Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my social media channel. Welcome to my channel where I will show you things how to play guitar and music and learn music as a language. Now, I don't pretend that I know everything. I'm still a student myself. So if anyone has any pointers or things they want to share with me too, please, by all means. I'm learning to grow and be the best that I can be, so that I could provide and show the best things that I can to the world. Today, for our first lesson, we're going to do something simple and talk about just picking up the guitar. Now, cool thing, playing guitar is really fun. It's a very personal instrument. All instruments are very personal, you see. But at least the guitar for me is very special. It's almost like a teddy bear for me, a security blanket. There's times when I didn't have much, but just a guitar. But it got me through the days and nights. And the first chord I ever learned is the G chord, which I'm going to show you. If you take your middle finger, put it on the top fret of the top string, then take your index finger, put it on the second fret on the string below that, and then your ring finger on the bottom string on the third fret. That's your G string. I just realized that maybe I should talk a bit more about the guitar. One of the first things you want to learn is to tune. Now, you could tune with a guitar tuner. You could download one off the app, or you could have a clip one, or one that's an older version that has a microphone and picks up the pitches, and it'll tell you which one. Essentially, you have to line it up. There's a needle of sorts. Like a lot of it on the screen will have a needle, whether it's on the phone, on the guitar tuner, or the little device. And the strings from the top one to the bottom one is E, A, D, G, B, E. Now, to help you remember this, you could create an acronym, or the most popular acronym that I know of is Eddie 8 Dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. E, A, D, G, B, E. Once you have them two in a line, then you can start playing. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make fun of DJ Khaled. But back to the first chord I was talking about. You take your first middle finger, put it on the top fret, on the top string on the third fret. Your index finger, put it on the second fret of the string below that, and your ring finger on the bottom string on the third fret. And you strum all the strings. Now, this next chord I'm going to teach you is called a C major 7 chord. And to talk a little bit about sevens, it's just the seventh interval in the diatonic scale note added onto it, which is a B note, because it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just planting a seed for now. Don't worry about it. There'll be plenty more talks and discussions about sevenths and even numbers within the realm of music and chord charts and what have you. But a reason why I'm teaching this is because it's an easy chord to transition to after playing this. All you need to do is move your middle finger and your ring finger down one string each. That's it. At this point, you might be thinking, well, okay, how do I make it sound good? Like so. If not better, I'm not the best drummer in the world. Your right hand technique. Now, I'm using a pick. You don't have to use a pick. You could even use your fingers, just like. And to talk about this, you could designate your thumb for the top 3 strings, your index finger for the B string, your middle finger, the G string, your middle finger for the B string, and your ring finger for the E string. So you could just go. Now, a thing I forgot to mention, when you transition from the G to the C string, you can play the top string, but you don't have to. It just creates a different bass note, because this note you're playing right here, that's a C. So that bass note kind of gives it a bit more, solidifies its chord a bit more. But we'll talk more about voicings and bass notes and what have you later. Another thing you could do, you don't always have to pluck, you could also strum. The right hand technique, you could go like strum down the index, strum down with the thumb, and strum back up with the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, 1, 2. Now, if you don't want to do that, you want to use a pick, you can just start going by going down up, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's good to keep it like this. Even maybe make it a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or even 16th notes, which is like 4 in one beat. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... The whole point, obviously, is going up and down, much like scales, and we'll get into the scales later, too. Now, all this that I'm showing you, it's going to take time. Some people, less time than others. You're essentially, for most people, you're learning to use your body in a way you haven't before. It's kind of like riding a bike or learning a sport. And to understand the theory of music, too, that's like learning another language. So, even though, essentially, from a very cynical and rudimentary point of view, you're playing. You're playing. That's all you're doing. You're playing with a toy, no less. However, this is not an easy thing you're doing. So kudos on you that you have this desire to want to do that. And also, it's not... Well, I just said that it's not an easy thing. It's going to take time. That's the biggest thing. When you go into your first game playing a sport, you have to train for it. When you go into your first boxing match, you have to train for it. When you take your first test at school, you have to train for it. So I cannot stress how much time you have to put into this. If you want to work out, you want to get a six-pack, you have to work for it. If you want to lose weight, you have to work for it. If you want to start a business, you have to work for it. The whole point I'm trying to convey, and maybe preaching to the choir, is you have to work for it. But starting slow and doing a little bit every day is all that's necessary. All you got to do is put in work every day. Eventually you'll see the fruits of your labor, and then you'll be praised. Ooh. Sorry if that was cheesy. I guess talking about singing too, I imagine I'm going to go on a limb here and just add a bonus thing. Most people that learn guitar want to sing too. And sometimes it's always hard to sing something on the spot, on the fly. You write it down, it makes it a lot easier, but even writing it down is a chore. But if you just let go and just speak your mind, because that's what I'm telling you what to do, I'm singing to you what the goal is. You know, there's a purpose with that. So it could be about anything. I want the weather to look better. Instead of covered in snow, I'm so cold in the winter, getting a blister from blizzards. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please ask. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again.